Good time zone chat. How's it going today? Dragon is huffing and puffing, but we'll be off soon. Welcome. I get right on it today in terms of asking the early birds whether to do sealed or draft. We can do sealed to practice for the Arena Open this weekend, although I consider draft to be more fun than sealed, and I'm not convinced that, while it's obvious that practicing specifically in the event that you're going to participate in is valuable, I think the main thing about practicing for a limited event is just getting in reps with limited decks of the format so you can understand the interactions. I think that's the key education to get before heading into a big limited event is the gameplay interactions and the strength of, it's like, oh wow, I didn't quite get how good that common was until I saw it in action, right? Until I saw it used against me, until I tried it out. So we can get that from draft as well, and also have the fun of draft. But if you want to be regimented and strict, we can practice via sealed, but I'll let you start with that determination. Give you 90 seconds and say hello to everybody while the poll runs. So sealed or draft? What's going on, Rob? Greetings, Timber. Hello, Hat. What's up, Brian? Yeah, I'm seeing the Eels this March. This is going to probably double up, if not triple up, most concerts seen in 1 year for me this year. It's going to be my most concert-heavy year of all time. Certainly, that's partly a rebound effect from a year with no concerts at all. But I've been also just consciously trying to say yes to more concerts. And I've got tickets for things that in the past I think I would have not gone to. Like Eels, maybe. I mean, I like Eels, but they're not an all-time favorite. I'm like mid-catalog on them. I don't know them deeply, but like, sure. You know what? I'm going to see Eels. Rocket is greeting. My daughter's house sitting for a neighbor, and she just got back from her evening over there, and Rocket was greeting her. Interesting. Glad an old favorite is back for you, Hat. That name is familiar to me, but I've never consumed the content. What's up, Alexis? Old and cranky sounds like someone Rob would like. Well, I'm young and personable, so that explains a lot. You come over here to treat me rough so that you can then go and hang out with people, old and cranky people that you like. Poker dude, yeah, I'm in that space myself too. Although, gosh, when's the last time I played a hand of poker? It's been that window right after double vaccination, but before Delta really hit. I played poker. That's the last time I played poker. A pipe of eels? That's a weird collective and a weird idea. I mean, it's a good fit, right? I mean, if I had to store an eel, pipe might be a good place to do it. You know, if you had to keep it extended. What's up, Scott? Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Hey, Night Savior. What's up, Hex? Hex is currently schooling me in a game of Tapestry on BGA. You clearly understand that game in ways I do not yet. I'm only on my like third or fourth play, and it's like I feel like I'm doing legal things still. I like it, but my current favorite is still Lost Ruins of Arnak. Tron's at a 63% win rate in the format. I just checked mine this morning. I was kind of curious what archetypes I've missed, and here I'll show you where I'm at if you want to see. Brought this up. I have a and this is in all limited, so sealed and draft. I am 77 and 41 in games for a 65.3 and 74 and 38 in matches for a 66.1. 6 trophies in 17 events. And if we look at like just Premier Draft, my Premier Draft is 64%. I think I only played one traditional, so it should be like 100%. Yeah, my match record in traditional, 100%. I don't know why I'm not playing more traditional. I never lose. And then sealed. Wow, sealed at 67%, which is high for me. Usually my sealed feels much more medium, but I got a couple of trophies. 2 of my trophies are in sealed. One thing I was also noting is what color pairs I have and haven't played, and I thought maybe this was, I thought we played a white-black deck on stream together, but I don't see it here, so maybe that's just in my head. Maybe it was this seal. Oh, but this hasn't even started yet. I've got a sealed that has no games in it yet. Maybe I built a black and white sealed deck or something. Anyway, I noted that I have not played blue-white. Apparently, I've not played black-white, which surprised me. I feel like I have, but I guess I haven't. I swear we had the black-white signpost uncommon. Maybe it just didn't register here for some reason. I swear we played a black-white deck with the signpost, but maybe we thought about it and that stuck in my head as having done it. Anyway, what else? Oh, blue-green is another one I haven't played. And I haven't also done like 4+ color green or even really splashed much. If you look at, I mean, it's hard to, let me see if I can zoom. Some of my takeaways about my time in this format so far is that I'm probably overplaying red. But also it's underdrafted because 17 lands says it's bad, so people are like, I haven't even looked at 17 lands for those numbers yet, actually. This is just me regurgitating what I'm hearing from the community. Community says red is bad based on 17 lands. The result, either because it's correct to pass red cards because they're bad or because of the current temperature of the community, I find red to be wildly open all the time, and I have decent success with it. I wish I could. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's look at my decks with red. Oh, that's interesting. This is a nice little feature here, but I wish it could be like contains red instead of having to pick a specific color pair. I'd really like to see specifically how my decks with red only did, because a lot of my best results, my trophy here is no red, trophy here is no red, trophy with red here, no red trophy here, no red trophy here. So I've played a lot of red, but my trophies have trended towards non-red. So that's a little wake-up call for me that I'm trying to internalize here. We can sort by color, sure. Oh, no, it looks like I can't sort. What I was just saying, I just wanted the filter to show that. So this is how I like to use 17 lands after I've played a little bit of the format. Just check on myself, check on how I'm trending. And that's a really interesting thing to note, that most of my decks have red, but I've only trophied with a red deck once. Now, it's still a small sample size. Maybe my red decks were all kick butt. This one was 6-3, and I remember I was 6-1 and had 2 shots at trophying with blue-red, and just the deck, whatever, I just had 2 bad games with an excellent deck. So I also don't want to overread into it, but it's worth noting that my trophies are not red, but my decks are red. Yeah, we can, like, I have 4 accounts, right? And it shows me which one, which is important too, because if I want to go and look at the, if it's one that's not finished, it helps me remember which account to go to. Oh, that's funny. This one, since I haven't played anything, it doesn't even know which account it is yet. Oh, that's interesting, Alexis. I would have not pegged you at 55% in the format. Any sense of where you're missing with it? Has it been rough variance plus? Anyway, let's hop back here. Yeah, some good old emotionally unstable drafting. Dang it, I'll go back in and I'll get it right this time. This will be me drafting my best. That's me. That's not my imitation of Alexis. That's my imitation of me. All right, let's cruise through the hellos and figure out. I'll get to the poll, see what y'all chose, and then we'll get right on it. Molecule Man, welcome. Sharpborg, what's up? Hey, Stormy Dave, Natalso, welcome. Pablo, how you doing? What's up, Prof? Santa, Hemi, hello. Jandolph wants a draft. What's up, Drago? I'm seeing Weird Al too. Me and my buddy are gonna both had Weird Al on our bucket list. We're gonna catch him. As I said, this is just, gosh, how many concerts am I seeing this year? And I'm trying to decide right now. I'm in the 1 week window of pre-ordering Fish tickets for the Fish tour, but they're not coming to the West Coast. So I'm legit considering, I'm working with, my wife and I are considering an East Coast, she has a lot of family on the East Coast we haven't seen in a while. So we might combo going to see her East Coast family, which includes her nephew, well, my nephew, but my nephew by marriage, who is also a big Fish fan, and I've never seen a show with him, so we thought it would be fun to go out there. So I'm considering like getting some tickets there. The Who is coming. I've never seen the Who live. I live daily with my regret at never having seen Prince, and passing up on an expensive opportunity to see Prince when he came to town for the last time before passing. And I am thinking maybe I should just suck it up and go pay a bunch of money to go see Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend and some other dudes. Presumably, maybe they'll hire some women, but one half of the Who probably should do it. I probably will not be on my deathbed going, thank goodness I saved that $100 and change and didn't go see the Who. Whew. Jack White at the arena is another arena show to consider. I love Jack White, so he kind of qualifies, but arena shows, well, they're a tall order because they're usually an expensive ticket for a faraway seat. And having gone to so many shows at smaller clubs and venues where I have a seat up close or I can stand up close, it makes it hard for me to pay through the nose to see somebody from 5 miles away. But I'll do it. I did it for Paul Simon, did it for Paul McCartney. I guess he had to be named Paul. Sorry, Jack. But maybe. We'll see. Gonna see have 21 Pilots this fall at an arena show. Man, I got a lot of shows this year. I'm excited. It's just a very crowded calendar. I gotta keep an eye on my calendar. I'm gonna miss shows. I missed Elbow because of my own personal chaos one time. Bought my friend's extra pair of tickets, put in the wrong date in the calendar, and then just straight didn't go. Ouch. Right on. Raiding Timber today. That's great. If you didn't notice, our friend Timber Trannell announcing intentions to stream. Would love to raid Timber. That would be great. Timber ho! Three of you got that. What's up, Aurora? Good time zone to you. How you doing, War Furnace? Oh, sorry, War Furnace. 03. Ouch. I started 2-2 last night with a deck, green white deck I thought was great. And was like, 2-2. This feels like I'm probably getting, now I'm going to pick up a loss and be done. This deck felt great. And then I rattled off 5 wins. My rare showed up. I had the rare enchantment creature Lord that doubles enchantment effects, and the uncommon signpost lifelink enchantment discount, and my whole deck was enchantments. It was crazy good. Let me tell you, casting the O-ring and doubling the I got a couple of scoops on just O-ring, take 2 creatures instead of 1. Yeah, done here. I don't think they've ever tried to fill Keith Moon's shoes with one person. I think every Who show since Keith Moon died has had 2+ drummers, or at least a drummer and percussionist. You need at least 2 people to recreate one Keith Moon. Can't whistle, an underrated aspect of the Who. I always liked his role in the live show too. The stoic bass playing anchor just sitting there locking it down while the other 3 band members just have conniptions around him. What's up, Haj? Ooh, I'd go to a Who show too. The HU show. I'd do that. I'd do that too. I'll take either Who you would like to send my way. Natalso saw 21 Pilots going for their opening act. Okay, yeah. So they were the main event, though. I mean, it's really intense, right? Like, what a crowd. 21 Pilots crowd. That is a crowd into it. And live music is so much better when the crowd is into it. So Even though I'm a reasonable 21 Pilots fan, I'm nowhere near the 21 Pilots fan that the average attendee of a show is, and he went crazy. Pink Floyd, another one on the list that I have not seen. They were touring more heavily at a time where I just wasn't going to shows. I mean, when I was in high school, and my parents weren't like, hey, have you thought about going to see the Pink Floyd show? And I'm like, I don't, when you're 15 or 16, I just didn't even conceive of even how to do it myself, really. One of these days you'll dare to stream during work hours. They'll never know. Well, Aurora had a good one. I'm glad to hear that. How are people getting to the low land numbers in this format? I never get to hear it reasoned out. What do you mean low? I mean, there's the old 16 versus 17 and best of one with the opening hand smoother, but I've not heard of people dipping lower than that. But I could imagine it if there's so many good cheap cards in the format. I could certainly imagine some decks that didn't need more than 15. AWOL Nation was the opener. I'll have to check them out. Yeah, and if you have a commune, that is kind of a land, but I'm not presuming that that's what's going on here. If there's a general, but again, I don't know if people are talking 15 versus 16 or 15 or lower. I missed the end of the poll too. I scrolled through it somehow. Where is it? Where did we land? There it is. Draft. Okay. Then I'll do a quick, I was going to say I'll do a 1v3, but I'm just going to do Premiere. I feel Premiere. So let's get on it. All right, here we go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We're going to, well, let's see. We're over 5K on gems. Let's go ahead and enter in gems. I've been building gems back up because sealed is gems only, but I don't think that the Arena Open isn't gems only. That's why I have all this gold for that, among other things. But we'll do gems today here. And if you got dollars, take them to cardkingdom.com. They're my sponsor, and appreciate everything they've done to support me in this stream over the years and my content. Much appreciated. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Some say I never heard of ya, a rat burglar. Huh. This is weird. It's happening again. I've got like rat burglar on every open on every. You might get a rat burglar every time again. I don't know what's going on. Rat burglar is always on. It's always rat burglar time. All right, Drafto. Eater of Virtue, we had this recently, and I was talking about it being, somewhat of a non-bow in that a lot of times you would rather have your creature in the graveyard to get back, as opposed to, especially if your creature does not have one of these keyword abilities, you would much like it's straight up negative to have it exiled, right? So that being said, it's goes in any deck. It's colorless. It's good. It turns innocuous tokens into real threats. And since it can go into any deck, I think we should start there. So we'll take it. But again, I almost would just rather have a vanilla Bone Splitter. What do we like here? Befriending the Moths has been great. Intervention is removal. Bunch of red cards that are not good enough to take now. Silencer has been underwhelming. Thief? This has been better than Silencer. So I'm on Moths or Thief, I think. Oh, Specialist too. I missed this one. I think this would be better than this ninja. I think I like Specialist over Befriending here. A little early for befriending. I like it, but you don't need to take it super early. Here we can follow with a second ninja and start moving in this direction. That seems fair. I like this card. This card's been good. I'm coming around on this, or I have come around on this card. When I first saw it, I just didn't feel like we were going to trigger it all that often. Not that people are, I'm sure certainly somebody has held this in their hand and not cast it because they weren't going to trigger it, but 100% of the time this is resolved against me, my opponent has drawn a card and gained a life. 100% of the time. I've never resolved it. I just haven't, it's not that I don't appreciate it, I just haven't been in a position to take it yet. And take an hacker here. I love a Grave Lighter heading in this direction. Luis and Marsh were talking about how you don't necessarily even have to ninjutsu this specialist. In fact, since it's only a 1 mana discount, you're often, if you're bouncing something that's 2 mana or more to ninjutsu this in, you're going net negative on mana to do that. So, and you don't need to, often ninjas do their thing only when they deal combat damage, so you kind of have to. But in this case, you can just hard cast it for 4, and that's a common mode for it. But the real mode for the ninjutsu is when you can return something that has repeat value on cast. So an evasive ETB card is great for things like the specialist because it gives you a good reason to actually do the ninjutsu. Containment Construct is legit if you're doing any kind of rummaging. But we probably just want even a Kami of Restless Shadows, which if you're getting into the ninja deck, is it just a 2-for-1? 5 mana, 3/3, 2-for-1 is not the worst. I like to get these a little later because other decks just don't need them. So like maybe we take a Sky Swimmer Koi just to have a 3/3 flying. We do have a hacker, yep. And we're hoping to get more of them. You want to take it? I just think this is pretty appealing. Also, the Mirror Shell Crab has been yummy for me. 3 mana mode is great. 7 mana mode is great. I guess I'll take the uncommon since we might not have a lot of have fewer chances at them. But oh, and here's the same. Looks like the same print run again with these two. This time we have a Patchwork Automaton to consider, but you really need to be in the artifacts to do this. We have this, we have the Eater, nothing else artifact yet though. I think we just should take a Sky Swimmer, because this also has discard. This can work with the construct. Yeah, you want to do the automaton? A lot of people want the automaton. All right, sure. We'll it's a hedge though. Right now I don't like this in the deck, but we might like it by the end. A third chance at a Mirror Shell. This time I'm taking it. I guess you could take the this ninja too, but this is an artifact for what that's worth. But well, half our deck is artifacts. It's a little early to speak to those terms. Not that you're not right, it's just that it's not super relevant yet. To me, it's about the color pair. Like if we're in blue-black, we're a little more ninja than artifact, but here now we can hedge to the reactor. Maybe we let go of the Grave Lighter and pivot towards a red-blue artifact deck. Koi, though, is a little bit more on direct plan. I keep passing these. I think this is good enough to hedge, though. And just another crab. I think this is too strong, especially given the general plan. Also, red has the most rummaging for the construct. Really, this has been. I've had this many times. Many. I think I've drafted. I had 3 of them in one, and 1 of them in 2 others, and it was always good for me. Isn't it slow? Yes. Also, for 6 total mana spread out over an early turn and then a later turn, you can do like 6 damage to their face and then 6 damage to their creature. It's, anyway. Thief comes back. We'll take that, I think, over the decoy. Familiar comes back. That's great. I guess we take, what's this? Artifact. Well, you like the prototype? Wow, look at this kid. I was debating between these and we took some other head. I think this is where we took the automaton. 3rd crab or first, I guess we'll take first Sky Swimmer. 2nd Sky Swimmer. Yeah, blue is wide open, that's for sure. And with that, we'll just take this. What are we going to wheel here? Suit up wouldn't suck. Mnemonic Sphere would be great. Well, yeah, right now we're kind of mono blue splashing a reactor. I mean, look, we only have 1 other. Okay, we can take a silver fur and be mostly blue ninjas. I don't know how many ninjas we're at. Ninjas and rogues, how many do we have actually anyway? We have 3 ninjas to get pumped by the Ninja Lord. But what are we taking if not that anyway? I mean, there's no great card. So, let's just take that. You'd consider the hover bike. Yeah, raid and hover bike are both good, but if I'm taking raid, I'm just going to take the silver fur. Hover bike is interesting, but I think hedging towards the silver fur is better. Red removal, black ninja. We'll go with blue ninja. Oh, you like Modern Age over the Ninja? I was just sticking to the Ninja plan. Everybody likes the Modern Age. I guess Modern Age at least does also work with the construct. Yeah. This might be the place where I'm least in lockstep with the community. Not that I don't think the Modern Age is a good card, but I think it's because, again, I've been playing so many aggro decks that I've been happy to see my opponent spend 2 turns spinning wheels when I'm playing aggressive 2-drops and getting him dead. So, yeah, you may be right, community. I'm probably wrong, but I'm enjoying the silver fur direction, so I went with the ninja on synergies. Shrine, suit up, spell pierce. We can take a prototype here, but really this is, yeah, I kind of would almost rather have the suit up than the prototype. And spec on the shrine, we could. I don't like anything here. It's kind of true. But I'm going to go with the suit up. All right, another reactor says that could, gives us another. You can do double reactor artifacts or ninja get there. I think I'm going to take this. I don't like the completion. I really don't. I keep abusing people who are using it. We have 8 artifacts with another pack to go. Ooh. Crab number 3. Trespassers. Kind of both modes are a bit medium, but I've beat people with this and got beat by it. Alexis beat me with this. So yeah, I'll take this over a boar or a koi. Boar is close, but I still don't even know if we're doing the reactors or not. This helps with that. Just take this and can play the reactors. What's the... Oh, we got Acquisition Octopus, though. Probably just want the octopus with this pile we got. Trying. All right, now I'm going to let it time out because I tried to drag it and it's not even, you know, I'm just going to let it go. All right, I have a suit up. I'll take a completion here. Probably play it for that heavy blue. We need some interaction. I just don't love this card. And good, the sphere made it back. I like that. Grab that. And we can swim in the sky. If we think we're going to do the reactor red, we could take the steel breaker and continue to up our artifact count. I guess I took the flyer. I don't think we're piercing any spells, but I'll grab that. And maybe this plays. Whenever I see someone play it for 1 mana on the artifact side, I feel like I'm going to win. And I usually do. But I can also imagine a scenario where this ramps effectively. But just feels like, well, even ramp itself is a little bit suspect just in the abstract because, oh man, to be honest, I thought we were just done. I thought I was getting ready to deck build. I was trying to figure out where we were going to cut. This deck's fine. Got a whole other pack to work with. Funny ninja, but it's just kind of a 2-for-1. If you can lift it, I did that in this past week. I actually ninjutsu'd Katos back to my hand. But yeah, this is the spot, right? Black for the rare, red for the commie, or we can just take this place. Could be a place for the modern age, but blue has been so underdrafted. I really hope we wield this copy. And this is pretty strong, so we'll take it. Ooh, is this my time to get a replication specialist going? I've not done this yet. Yeah, we can just take the other specialist. Yeah, we got some artifacts. Do we have any that we're particularly happy to double, that we can realistically double? Like, we're not realistically doubling crabs. Yeah, Prowler might just be better if we're going with the ninjutsu lane. That was the other choice, really, or even another specialist. Maybe I should take the specialist. I'll blame Alexis. Take the Prowler. Following the person with the 55% win rate. Down to the ground. Behold the unspeakable. We'll take Behold. Maybe wheel the backwater. Looks like our direction is clear here, and we'll take another Prowler. Yeah, I didn't even know it. I'm not sure what the rare was, but I saw Unspeakable and didn't really look away. This is a nice pickup here. That's a Saga to lift with a... Oh, baby. Did we find our lane? I think so. Funny, I was talking about having lifted up Katos. Same deck I had Satoru and Katos in the same deck before. So here we go. Now we need like the infiltrator more so than the decoy to get through. I'm gonna take it. It's a ninja. The 2-drop evasion for these ninjas we've picked up, too important. Ink Rise. Did I pass that or take that? We'll take a Kami of Restless Shadows here. Well, there's no need to... Hey, it did come back. No need to put a restrictive rule on your cards like that, Rob. It opens up the design space and allows for the design of cards like this. You know, I mean, if they had put ninjutsu on this, A, the other words probably don't fit, you know, and B, they probably have to adjust a bunch of other numbers because it's of a power level. So it opens it up for designers to design, really. It's another specialist, another completion. But I think with where we're at, another bounce ninja is good. And then the backwater shows up as well. Don't know if we're playing 2 of these Restless Shadow 2-for-1s, but they're not bad. We got cuts now. Probably going to do this one, build from the bottom up on the ninja plan, and then see what we're filling out the deck with. Right now, it's a combo pile of artifacts and ninjas. All right, building from empty, focusing on our plan. Definitely playing the familiar just as a 2-drop that's not going to get picked off. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. I bet we're going to pull this in, but I'll focus truly on the plan up front. Ninjas, but we're playing the modern age because too good. Prosperous Thief, yes. Oops. Well, sure. While we're over here, we'll throw these in. Backwater's going in, of course. Construct, I think, still goes in. We're doing enough discarding. The automaton didn't get there, but the construct's still fine with all the rummaging and looting. These 2 ninjas are in. Definitely playing the life. Playing these 2 ninjas. Got to play the Grave Lighter and try to ninjutsu that. Infiltrator, trying to ninjutsu that. We'll play 1 Kami for the value. Behold cannot be left on the sideboard. This rare is bonkers in this deck. Crabs, so flexible. At least 1's got to be in. I'm going to play this ninja, though. We got to kind of see, make sure... Oh, octopus has got to be in. And then here we are at the... What are we filling this out? We've got... first, are we 17? I think with... all these 5s, we're 17. We also have a 7, although this technically can be a 3. Koi called for. Suit Up to surprise everybody blocks against ninjas, so Suit Up, yeah, is nice for that. Current artifact count is 6. Trespassers. Yeah, you want to pull that for now. The thing is with Modern Age is doing it. Hackers are doing it. Yeah. Yeah, flying with our Eater Virtue doesn't suck. And then if it dies, everything gets flying with it. Sure, how about one swimmer? Oh, this is tough. I guess I could cut the crab too. I called this necessary. It's just that I found it very good, but we could cut a crab. Go to this slot here and build up from here. I just like the crab a lot, so my snap judgment was to put it in, but if I'm honest about really trying to focus on the ninja plan, it's less important. Yeah, I like getting a 2-drop for the ninjas, Rob. Or even just reconfiguring this onto a flyer and making it a really tough kill. So maybe that. Probably do that. Like, the thing with, we don't have to play the removal because we can just bounce stuff and, you know, try to play that game. But this helps. Do that. Trespassers doesn't suck. Helps with getting stuff out of the way. All right, I think I'm going to go with... I like the Familiar in. I even said early that I was going to try and pull that in. So now we're at one more ad. I believe Alexis is on Trespassers. Well, we don't have much. We have Hacker and Modern Age as our looting, unless we... and one Koi. But let's start here. Add one more card and get to playing. And I'll give you 25 seconds to tell me whether you think it should be the crab, the suit. I don't think it should. I'll leave it in. Another Tress. What's this one called? Saiba. 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 Construct for the containment construct, sure. And then other. Well, what do you want to call it? Trespassers is just too long. We'll go with the short one. Good to have a problem of too many playables, though. What's your other G-Guards? If you say other, you gotta tell me what. And if there's enough, we will we'll consider it. You think this prototype is just the nuts? Why is it shocking that we're not playing this? Sure. I didn't say it wasn't fine. There's 12 fine cards right here. All right, Construct versus Saiba. I'm going to do a runoff, 20-second runoff. Saiba, Construct. That's surprising to me, Garrett. I gotta say, I don't understand why this is your choice. Out of all these options, what makes 5 mana interaction? Because that's what you see it as, right? I mean, you're not casting this as a 1-drop in this deck, are you? I don't ever see this casting. If it's a heavy artifact plan, then sometimes it's going to be a 1-drop. Yeah, sure. Well, that's where if I'm desperate for interaction, give me a 3 mana draw a card suit up over a 5 mana prototype. That's my feeling. But I get it. We're not that far off, Garrett. And I wanted to say ninjutsu, but it's a little spoilery. That's all right. I'm just uploading VODs these days anyway. Except gist is not what I meant. If you think it could easily be 16 lands, I mean, anything could be in the format. You can make an argument that with best of 1, you should just play 16. But with the Invoke the Winds, and also I need to adjust this down off black by at least 1. It's at least this 10-7 or 10-8. But actually, I see I actually want to make it 11-7. We also have rummaging, though, and looting. So if we flood a bit, we should be able to pitch some lands at some point. So I'm going to stick with that plan. And let's see, make sure I don't miss any. Oh, here, somebody wants to. Yeah, all right. I will go. I'm just going to leave the lands as is so we can get playing. I kind of hope I get run over by aggro while I'm playing the Modern Age on 2, so you'll see what my perspective on Modern Age is, which is not to say that I don't like it. It's just that the community is over the moon about the Modern Age, and I'm just like, I keep beating the Modern Age is the problem. Yeah, I was saying that I feel like my perspectives are affected by the slice of the metagame that I've experienced, for sure. Greedy and pitch a land here. We do get another shot. We can operate on 3. The only thing we can't do in this hand on 3 mana is cast a Sky Swimmer Koi. So I'm inclined to ditch a swamp here. Somebody opened the door to the back and didn't close it, and now I'm freezing. Hold on. All right, pitch another swamp. We just make him sack the automaton. Because this thing's going to be tough to deal with this deck anyway, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Mike liked it. Although, here's a reason not to, right? I could have seen that coming and declined to just give him it back for free. But kind of like we could just bounce the critter and get in. Oh, we can't get in. It's summoning sick. We could still bounce the critter. Could also Sky Swimmer. Sky Swimmer or Specialist. I'm going to go Sky Swimmer because if we draw a land, we could even go Octopus Reconfigure if we want. The 2/4 does block, that's fair. I guess I better do something. That's fine, let's block. And then this does put some potential value on the table too. It doesn't change ninjutsu cost, it adds one. So like things with this will now have 2 costs, you see? If I want to, I can pay that one instead of the other one. Interesting, they're offering recovery unit for the glider. Presumably because they know that they can't block the glider so that we can ninjutsu it next turn. And with the Prowler, we can get some life back on that attack and replay the glider and start rummaging again or looting. So I think we probably just take this and... Oh, you like the trade, Mike? Huh. I'm surprised you don't want to just... Oh, ninjutsu. Sorry, I am saying jit. It's true. Ninjutsu. I'll try to adjust my pronunciation. Thank you. Well, yeah, we can block with a 2/4, but do you want to offer this? I'm just going to do the one. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to go for the trade. We can also now just hook up the octopus onto the glider. Does it bring back creature or vehicle card? So it would not bring, if this doesn't bring back this, if that was suggested. What brings back this? I don't understand how they're looping the Kanai. Okay, back to what we're doing here. Let's Oh, it's enchantments. All right. Gotta be an attack. And can even just ninjutsu this. Yeah, I'm going to do the glider, but let's bounce this thing. I like specialist, bouncing glider, bouncing Narika, and then seeing what we get. Won't draw? What do you mean? Look at those awesome cards. What do we want in our hand? Hacker? Or life? Probably life. Take life. It doesn't kill anything right now, no, but it's just good value. And I'm going to cast the Modern Age anyway. You like Bounce the Specialist? That just felt like fancy play to me. I don't know. Our hand was pretty full. And what do we not need here? You don't think our hand is pretty full? Okay. I don't. I don't even know. That was probably wrong, but we get this flyer back. Could get that Ninja Lord back. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out if we can ditch the swamp or whether we need 6 mana this turn. If we're playing this for 2, probably want to play this for a 3. And then if we do this for 4... Yeah, see, I think I'm on Octopus as well. I think that's correct. I think that's right, Hammer. Because I think we want to use all our mana this turn. And now, do we want to Kami? Kind of just want Prowler. Man, I'm running out of time here, gang. Sorry, the hourglass is getting to me, and I gotta make plays of some kind. So I'm doing this. Sorry, Rob. If I'm screwing up, so be it. But the clock is running out on me, and I gotta do something. So I'm doing this. Seems reasonable. Yeah, it was tough, especially under a 0 hourglass clock. I just had to start, I had to execute some sort of plan. All right, are we... We can't kill anything. We can plus the specialist again. We could gain life if we felt that would help things, but plussing the specialist makes it quite a threat, so I guess we got to do that. Rob says gain life. Anybody else want to gain the life? I just feel like... Well, are we blocking or attacking? If we're attacking, we want to make it a 6/4. If we're blocking, we want to gain life. We do have the trespassers now. I think that's a relevant consideration. So I'm going to do that. Trouble is, I mean, we can sign attack. They can recover a unit, but oh my god, hourglasses, give me 1 second, please. I think we just offer the trade here, actually. I'm going to just send this in, and if they want to double block, great. If not... They could recover this if it died again. So they're taking. And yeah, I think we go shadows here over tapping and freezing, because we can shadows, have 2 blockers, survive at 10, get something back here, and then threaten next turn. At 6 mana, we can go channel plus prowler. So we probably want a 2 mana ninja back over the Satoru. And with this gives us life as well. You think this gives us lethal? Why? Because we're gonna... I'm gonna take the 3/1. Well, I can move this. Might as well. If we have to block with this, let's give flying to something. Boy, this has been a tough game on the brain here. It won't? How does that work? A card, yeah, because the card itself doesn't. Got it. It's not what abilities it had when it died, it's what it says on the card after it's exiled. Got it. Well, I still like a 4/3 blocker better than a 2/3 blocker anyway. Just no extra value for the weapon upon death. All right. So... Oh yeah, sorry, Oppo. Yeah, this is a brain melty format. Let's figure this out before I lose my brain again. We do have a re-equip. We could re-equip which we might need to do to have the specialist be any kind of a threat. I like that thinking, Mike, but I'm thinking we move the eater to the specialist, and then they don't have any blocks for free on the specialist. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And I play the land, and we can still have the mana for it all. You like power in the air, but I was thinking we were probably ninjutsuing that. I didn't want to leave it on the thing that I was planning to return to my hand. And currently, it looks like they're trying to put blocker. So, well, they don't necessarily, because I can, yeah, right. They get one block on the, well, they can get two here. If I pass here and they don't crew, then, and why would they? Do this. Mike says let him block. Again, I'm making decisions with 0 hourglasses, gang. It's incredible. I don't, between trying to talk through everything, I mean, man, it's just hard. It's a tough deck to play cleanly under the best of circumstances, and at the very least, I am adhering to my policy of better to do something than let the hourglasses go to 0 and let the turn auto pass. But this is okay. It's kind of expecting this, and it's what I wanted. Nothing to cast off the samurai. Taking a trade here, not the worst. Because this isn't really getting through. I mean, it's not getting back the other way, because it's just going to get blocked by Narika on the crackback. But we can hook up the... But then it's still just a block and trade. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and accept the trade here. Nice. That'll do. That'll do. Let's bounce the token and... Yeah, bounce the token. Then the infiltrator kind of has to trade off. Infiltrator. They might just... Oh, the vehicle's tapped. Never mind. I was thinking they would crew, but there's no point in crewing a tapped vehicle. And I think they're already going to trade with the infiltrator, but we'll make them have to here. Yeah, I suppose so, Mike. Are you not attacking there because of that? Maybe I was just supposed to hold back? I'm not really thinking through the recovery unit very well this game, for sure. All right, well, they can just do endless chumps, though, right? That's kind of what's going on here. We can do it again, and then they attack again, and they get it back again, and they play it again. So maybe I'm just supposed to hook up the Eater and hold? Although it does make them spend their turn doing that. So let's make him do it. This could be something in hand, too. But also, if I don't do it, it might give them a chance, there you go, to increase the power of their automaton. And just like that, they've done it.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Boy, if we lose this, it's going to be one of those games that I know a better player would have found a line to get there with. I'm, All right, well, and just like that, we maybe found a way. Maybe. We could go for taking, like, the hover bike, but they crew it in response. If they crew it in response, though, we win. So I guess we take the bike? I assume in this format it does. Steal the suit. I assume you mean this. We have one hourglass, actually. If we steal the suit, we can get some stuff back. The unit, yeah. Yeah, but it's not... doesn't have haste. What are you saying, next turn? Survive a turn? Well, it's... oh, yeah, maybe that works. Because we moved to the flyer. Sure, sure, sure. I wasn't thinking about... oh, because this is summoning sick right now. So none of this happens this turn is the thing. But I still think that's fine. And sending here forces the virus beetle block. But it leaves us with one blocker of our own, which seems bad. So I'm going to say no attacks. We're going to try to win next turn. Make one good block with the specialist, move the sword, and try to win next turn. Are we dead? Yeah, I guess... well, yeah, maybe so. Let's see if they find it. But maybe it means we didn't have any way out? Yeah, they're just doing that anyway. All right. Well, we obviously have to make this block. I say obviously. Nothing's obvious anymore. I think we have to make this block. Look at this Eater of Virtue with 3 drawbacks. I just wish all 3 of these cards were in my graveyard right now. All right. Come on, good card. Well, that's a card. It's not terrible. I don't know If we can attack, though, we should have been dead last turn. Are we just dead again this turn if they see it? That's the thing. That's my worry. We can play this and pump it. Yeah, maybe so, Rob. Maybe we were supposed to take the damage. This is tough all around here. We do have one spare mana that we can use to throw the Virtuous Sword, which I'll do on the glider, I think. Then we have an Infiltrator that can pump to 3/4 and a you like it on the Infiltrator? I have no moths, so you're gonna have to. Which one of these do you think is a moth, Mike? My feeling was glider, but so I'm gonna go with that. This looks most like a moth. Spirit moth, right? That did not look like no moth. Looks like a human ninja. Wait, what? Ah, interesting. I see. Makes sense. I think they found it this time, gang. Although we have, we're not dead here. We get to double block. Well, now we're dead. All right. Now, well, now I got to do this. This is modified, so it kills this. We got to do this. And then we're still not dead.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Well, let's see. Might need to actually go like this. Go to 1, but eliminate the thing that's giving the recovery unit menace. Not sure. You see what I'm thinking, Mike? Because, like, it does leave us with a menace behind, whereas doing it this way leaves us with no menace, but it also leaves them yeah, but they might play something, but this has menace. I'm saying if we block this, nothing has menace. If we block this, this still has menace, right? I think we're kind of doomed either way. I'm gonna go with my gut though and do it this way. I think we're in serious troubles. Bottom line. All right, that helps. 4, 5, 6, 7. So pump for 4, Prowler for 5, 6, re-equip for 7, and then we can hit for 3, 4, 5 lifelink and go to 6, and then survive. But we don't survive because they play this, and if they can crew it, we're dead. They play both of these, crew this, and then we're dead. Although we do have Prowler to block in that case. So we do have Prowler to block in that case. We can also Prowler and Ninjutsu the Prowler in, get 3, and then replay the Infiltrator. Oh, shoot. Now I've set it up so that I was thinking I could do it mid-combat like Flash and not Ninjutsu, but I've now completely screwed it up. Darn it. So now are we just dead? Did I just screw it up? I mean, I did screw it up, but did I screw it up to the point now that they were now just dead? Frick. Well, I think we got to do this now. I need lifelink. So this sucks, but I need the lifelink. So we just have to do this. And I need a blocker. So this gives us a blocker and lifelink, but I obviously screwed this up. Wow, this game. Can I just play one game and sign off for the day? I think my brain is done already. Wow. What part didn't seem right? I mean, I don't know what else to do. I got stuck in a spot where it was either that or just play the Prowler for... make a 5-1 Prowler. I lost my ability to swing for 5 lifelink. Well, only choice here is to do that. We're just so dead, though. I could almost scoop it up. Hey, look! Something finally affects the eater, right? It's got flying. Kind of bad design that it does not show me. Give me some icons here. Show me what I've earned. What does this thing have? You're really going to make me look through these cards to understand what my sword has? Come on. Anyway. We're dead. Yeah, if they don't block, I could do the thing, but I figured exactly that. Hoverbike says we're already dead. Magic's fun, right? That was fun? My brain hurts. I just feel dumb. Well, Alexis called the 03. There's your start. Deck is too good to win. I don't think it mattered, Hammer. You may be technically correct, but I don't think your play's winning the game either. Hey, not bad. Not going to be greedy. We're just going to play the Prowler and be happy to have a 2-drop. Yeah, we'll make this trade and drop an Ock. That's fine. Oh. Interesting. We'll drop an Ock, but not make the trade. Okay. I could have done the specialist, but with the ward, we don't get anything out of it. So... now it's kind of a forced Ock block. if we bounce their octopus, the automaton's got to block one of these, or got to block our octopus, and then we can steal theirs. I like that. Yeah, and I'll shoot. They probably, yeah, I should have just hooked up equipment. Although if they let one of these go, I might specialist. So let's send in. They probably let one go, and I can specialist the octopus that way. We'll see. Let's see what they do. With the ward, I can't ninjutsu in the specialist and bounce the ward, but I can bounce the Ock. So we'll see. And kind of like the Ock's getting bounced either way. Either we get to the second main and I do it, do it after both creatures get through, or we come up with a reason to do it here. So, is this a reason to do it here, or do we just accept trading octopi? Kind of want to steal their octopus. Can't spend 5 mana invoke on this. So, let's go ahead and bounce it. Hey, Randolph. How you doing? We'll throw this on the specialist. Well, this is kind of already pretty must block. Where do you like this, though, Mike? Because we can put it on the octopus and make it extra must block. But we can also just put it on the specialist and then give them 2 tough blocks. Do you want to give us a card or 4 damage? We most want to bounce this back to hand, though. If they let this go, we want to bounce that. So yeah, let's put it on Ock. I'm not sure I fully parse your question, Sandy, but the creatures keep all their keyword abilities as they die. Oh yeah, no, that's what we're looking at. The words have to be on the printed card itself for it to stick with the eater after death. All right, we'll do. Oops, may as well do this. And all right, now their choice is I'm not going to send the specialist. But yeah, Death Touch is good. Let's do that. Although we do pre-combat Death Touch on the specialist, and then we can send both. I was just somewhat trying to hope this. Keep that, but I get you. I guess we could even reconfigure this, but what does that do? Just keeps it from creature removal. They're just gonna, yeah. We have the lands now to pull off the automaton steal. Nice. So we can get a specialist back and have something to do this turn. And send in the Prowler. Of course, it exiles and I can't get it back. Boo earns. But Still going to send it. I'm going to put this here so that we represent 5 damage to the automaton. Oh, thanks, Oppo. Keep making it big for us. Appreciate it. Man, you kind of just want to specialist it and reset it, but it's too good to steal. I'm stealing. And Ock will block Ock, sending both here. Could leave the octopus back, I guess. Right? If we send the Ock, we're just offering it for one of these two. And I guess throwing it on here. Yeah, let's keep it back. They would trade. They would get a card on Crackback? How so? I mean, we got a 7/7 that I'm intending to block with. I expect you to die. With Specialist in hand, it was going to be a tough turn for them. We just get to... We could bounce and equip and win. So if their solution was only one creature, it was GG. Do we want to trade off the octopus or not? If we were sure they were going to double block the 5/3, it's an easy send, but I didn't want to give them the choice. You know what? My coffee's empty and I just had an instinct to go sip some, and I know there's more in the carafe upstairs. Give me just like 90 seconds to quickly doctor the rest of my coffee and I'll be right back. And we'll rattle off 6 straight wins, okay? 1 sec. Okie dokie. Keeping this. Hey, you're late and you're in my way. Well, could be you are already dead, could be something that makes us regret this block, but I sure know what could make me regret not blocking, so I'm going to throw a block here. Ah, nice, nice. I felt like I had to, even though that kind of risk was there. I don't know. Are you taking an infiltrator attack? I mean, maybe I do because they're obviously setting up for a crackback the other direction that doesn't necessarily make sense. So, I don't know. It's tough. We're going to play our rare, though. Now I feel like it's going to show you that I was damned either way, right? Like, I made that play, and we lost our good creature to a good saga. But now, Appa is going to untap, attack with the infiltrator, and ninjutsu the thing in that we would have gotten us if we hadn't blocked. That's my prediction. Which is where you want to be with a ninjutsu deck. I'm doing it again. Ninjutsu. I don't know. Today I learned ninjutsu is ninjutsu, and I've been saying it wrong forever. Anyway, it's sure if you got a lot of ninjutsu, having that damned if you do, damned if you don't blocking experience is just great. Although I'm wrong. Or they decided they have ninjutsu, but they're plussing, so they don't want to have that extra damage go away. Well, this is interesting because that's going to be a tough block. We can even we can ninjutsu in Kami and get back the Ink Rise and draw off of the ninjutsuing. Ninjutsu, see, I can't. It's going to be tough. I'm going to work on it, but it's going to be tough. Nobody's ever corrected me on that. I wonder if we're just if I can't be the only one. Obviously, Timber is with me on that, but. Yeah, you don't draw if you do that with this guy. That's fair. That being said, we could... Well, let's start with an attack, right? Yeah, exactly. I don't think we actually do the ninja thing here. Oh, well, maybe we do. Maybe they're just afraid of our own potential? Or we do see you're already dead? Yeah, this is fine. Bouncing this post-combat is fine. It seems good, right? Let's do it. And if they don't have you are already dead, we're kind of fist-pumping. Yay! Boo! But Kami of Restless Shadows will bring that feller back for us. And I like Eater, equip Eater, play Silver Fur, and say, what do you want to do? Although this has ninjutsu itself, so we could do that, but I'd rather just play it pre and say, what do you want to do about it? That's what I'm going to do. Kind of just made them block there by making it such a huge swing. And now we see if they can do something about the master. Oh, they can. Darn it. Darn it! Gravelighter does no good work here at all. This has flash, so we can just wait and flash this in. But I actually just like hacker equip. That's fine. With the completion here, we should be able to get it through next turn. Kami's already got a target, though. We already had a rare to go fetch with the Kami, so I wasn't too worried about not getting the specialist back. However, you have identified what I've been saying all along, that here's this rare equipment, and I would much rather have the common version of it from Mirrodin. Just take away all the rules text except for equip creature gets +2/+0 and equip 1. That'd be fine. So I can send in, they will trade hacker for infiltrator, and I can draw off the Gravelighter. I think we've learned, I mean, we didn't learn anything in the sense that it's taught me nothing new. I knew exactly what the drawbacks were going in, and I still wanted it, and still am happy to be running it. Oh yeah, complete when they crew is interesting, sure. Let's start with an attack anyway. See what they want to do about it. Really want a 5th land, but I want action even more. I'm going to be greedy and ditch the swamp and keep all this stuff. Mike doesn't want to be greedy, he wants to just ditch the octopus. Maybe it's not getting through easily, but I don't know, throw that sword on it. And a 4/2 card draw saboteur seems fine. Got 17 life to work with. No, but if I think the game's going long, Mike, I'm going to want all the action we can get, and that's what I was thinking. That this doesn't look like it's going to be settled in the next few turns or anything. And all this open mana is obviously sus, so we're going to just play the swamp, offer the hacker for the silver fur, but then see what they're actually up to, because it ain't nothing. Is it nothing? How are they up to nothing? Well, maybe it's counter magic. I'm a little nervous about playing this into a possible counter spell, but I don't like playing. I mean, I could play the Gravelighter, and we would draw. You could just play the Gravelighter. Maybe that's the play. If they leave Infiltrator back, we get to hook this up, and it's another good attack. Yeah, let's do this and draw. I like that. That's fine. Also, we have the spare mana to hook up the eater this turn. What is all this mana? Now are you going to kill it? There you go. That's all right. We drew off of that dead spirit. Pump? Yeah, that's good. I mean, if they're spending their... I mean, that's a hefty punch, but them pumping and not adding to the board is generally going to be better for us. Here, we're going to Kami back our rare while shields are basically down. And then... we could also get the Silver Fur back, but really this is I think, better... is it? I mean, this is a Lord. Ninja Lord... Yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, take the grindiest card. Yeah, we'd have to be like on the verge of winning to justify Silver Fur. Like, okay, if we pump up all of our ninjas and rogues, we win in 2 turns or something, you know, then you could maybe justify it. But since we're not there, we should be thinking longer. All right, so they've got a possible pump. If that's all they've got, if they're looking to pump this into a 3/4 and block, we can familiar and equip and then this gets through. You just like offering it up. I think with how they've played, all they've got is pump and block. I'm going to make them have it, Mike. Man, come on. Well, I made him have it. They had something. But we got another good attacker coming in next turn. Good question. Is it on the list? First strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, protection, reach, trample, and vigilance. Not ward. Yeah, I think if it has a number, it's not on there, right? Nothing on that list has a number associated with the keyword. Funny. Funny that it took him that long to make that play. Seems like a great play to just throw that as a blocker. Playing this pre doesn't do much, but they know about it. So throw this out here. offer the trade. Although I could also, do we need to offer the trade? I could just throw the hexproof here. I'm worried about them making a big flyer and getting us dead that way. Well, we're not going to ninjutsu the octopus in. They're going to block. But is there a world, Aurora, in which you at 20 versus 9 with a flyer are not trading here? You're not trading, Hammer. You're just going to, like, take that. I'm, like, snap blocking with that. Maybe, I guess maybe at 20 you have the life cushion. Well, anyway, forcing the trade might be fine. I'm just talking about whether or not I think the Oppo would block or not. And I'm actually going to put the octopus on this kind of to hide it. We have a lot of mana. It doesn't really matter. And probably doesn't matter because if Oppo had removal, they were going to choose the rare anyway. Yeah, that's a good point. Although, did we have the 4 to threaten it? I mean, this is the fun part of this rare is getting like 8-drop creatures in your hand that you can ninjutsu out for 4 mana. Man, I have said that word wrong way too many times to correct myself quickly. All right, well, that's pretty huge. Big time draw for us, although it's funny, we don't really need to do it pre. We're just going to attack. I guess we'll hook up the sword. Prowler could add to the board, but I actually want to get lifelink out of this feller, so we're going to wait. Might move the sword, though. Spread around the level a little bit there. I don't know. Yeah, it's easy to move it back if we want to. Again, we just have so much mana. I'm trying to spread it around a little bit, but... Oh, ouch. Oh, God. Brutal. So now if we send in the specialist, it is kind of a good attack. We can flash in this and bring back the specialist if they don't block. Could even move the octopus, and that really forces it. Yeah, unhook Octo, swing all. Yeah, good call. Let's unattach this. Hardly ever do that, but I like it. Where would you want the sword? I kind of liked it on the specialist. Where would you put it, Haj? So... do damage first, says Scott. Yeah, I can't ninjutsu. So we just have to hard cast that. But if we play this, it enters tapped and then we lose. Like we can't return any of these to our hand or we just lose the game, right? Making sure my logic was sound. Now, actually, the Sky Swimmer dying with this equipped would actually give us something legit on that sword for once. It'd be the first time it was ever not a drawback that it exiled things. Okay. Good. Do we have more attacks? They're out of cards. This is what they have. They've got 8 mana. They can only pump this. Well, they can pump it twice. So this is effectively a 5/6. And that's real because we don't really have... Yeah, I was thinking of getting that Moon Snare back. Flyer is not a good attack, though. It's a 5/3 attacking into a 5/6. So I'm not sure why you see that as a good attack. They can double pump this. So 5/6 is the threat here. Yeah, but if they block, they literally just eat our... What? Why not? They can activate this twice. They have 8 mana. They can activate this twice. And they get a 5/6. So, what does that mean we do? I still kind of like the let them block and commit to that plan, because then the specialist is likely getting through and we can do the double bounce. So let's swing all. Something gets through for the thief. If they really need to put the beetle on the specialist. If they don't, we're in good shape. In fact, right now I'm going to say, hey, this is great. Let's let this happen. And we say, hey, this is great. Let's let this happen. Now it sucks, so now we do this. Woo! Plus this action? Oh, man. Probably just invoke, huh? How do they win if we invoke? That didn't suck. Another decision heavy game. This format. Wow. Super skill testing. So however you're doing in this format is exactly how good you are at Magic. That was me just secretly throwing some shade at Alexis. Ugh, what a yucky opener. We have the eater, but like nothing else. We are on the draw, so we got a couple pulls to swamp. But I'm gonna mulligan. And now we get the opposite problem. Although we're more likely to draw islands, we're gonna keep this. Pitch the Kami as being a little too far off. Although maybe Invoke is the thing that's too far off here. And then look for some islands. I don't know if we have any shuffle effects or if that Invoke is just gone. One time, island off the top, please. Please. We needs an island. One time. Yes! Thank you, Magic Gods. Much appreciated. And here we are, though I'm going to play the Modern Age against an aggro start. I think we got to do the Modern Age here, although we do have Hacker into Octopus. But if I'm playing Hacker, it's to try and trade off with one of these two. And if we just get Modern Age, I think we start with the Modern Age and try to improve our hand a bit. Ooh, now I think we still ditch the Kami, even though Kami gets us back some of the cool stuff in hand. Yeah, we can trade Hacker here since we're not going to play it soon, now that I've done that. Because we have Umezawa next turn. Let's discard a swamp here. Greedy with 2 5s, but I believe we'll get there. We still have 4 mana right now. And following, we're going to do this play. That's not that bold. We don't even need a 5th land for several turns. Oppo really doing it. This one's going to be tough to win. Look to be headed towards stabilization, but Oppo's really doing it is all I'm saying. Especially Modern Age plus Containment Construct. I mean, that's just great. They've turned Modern Age into Draw 2. Now, Chapter 1, draw a card. Chapter 2, draw a card. I am in for the Modern Age, let me tell you. But it's getting ugly. Go for our own Behold here. It was effectively a free attack. Maybe I won't. Maybe I don't block. I didn't have the power to trade to eat, so free attack. Ooh, I think we like all of this. Tap down that vector glider and we can start getting in the air. And I think we want that next. Yeah, I'll keep both of these. We can even go completion, glider, prowler right now. Yeah, we could also just tap down the automaton. And maybe Vector Glider. Let's send Vector Glider because either we ninjutsu successfully or we just, or it bounces. And if they, well, maybe we, I'm just trying to figure out how to get the Death Touch working in our favor there. They kind of have to block, but that just means we won't ninjutsu is the thing. So if they block, I would rather have this on defense. So I'm not going to say no attacks. And I'm going to go Sky Swimmer here. And then I think hold. Okay, now I mean, the automaton is somewhat scary, but I think we need to try to tap down their big flyer, and then we can actually attack with the Sky Swimmer and the glider, and then do the Prowler thing. So let's try that. You like Octopus Decoy? Yeah, we can do that too. Or get this countered. Nobody Speak was in a car commercial. I mean, once you've heard the Sex Pistols in the grocery store, all bets are off. All right, so what are we doing now, though? Could still do this and this. I still like this. I got a plan. And then we're gonna go, and that was part of it. That was their. They had two choices: let us Prowler, ninjutsu, or we trade our respective modern ages. So I knew that modern age trade was the fail case there, and that seemed fine. I'm gonna move the octopus to this vision though. Don't kill it! Wow, talk about a mirror match. How many cards does Oppo have in their deck that are in our deck or in our pool? We got both of these. We got this. Oh, and this all in our, yeah, quite. Oh, no, wait, this is ours. So I don't know if they have an octopus, but they have this. So now we got to re-equip the Ock. We'll put it on the Koi. And kind of in a tough spot again. But I think we offer, or kind of force the Ock block. Which one's mine? I don't think it matters. I'll do it this way. I don't think it matters. Oh, it does matter. Yeah, right. We have bounce. I'm just being loose in my thinking. Did it right, though. I mean, I totally thought that through and did it the right way, just like we planned it. Here, I can get this back. Well, I'm trying stuff and it's not working, I guess, Haj, but I'm at least... But I feel you. Here, I'm going to go ahead and get back something. I'm just not feeling my sharpest right now. It's one of the things about streaming is it doesn't ask you if you're, you know, at your best playing state. It says, hey, it's that time you said you were going to play Magic. Get on it. And mostly I'm down anytime, but sometimes your brain is just not as on it as it is. And it's like, well, if it weren't for streaming, I just wouldn't be playing Magic right now, but I said so. So here we have another chance to prowl pre if we want. And what are we doing here? If we prowl, we can throw Death Touch so that they don't have blocks on the ground. I guess if we do Death Touch 3/3, it takes at least 2 creatures to trade for the Kami. And, or the 5/5, which is fine as a 1/1. So let's prowl the 3/3 and octopus the 3/3 and just force that issue. I think they just are going to trade for it pretty easily, but I think it's the right thing to do. Or it doesn't matter. I could hold these ninjas, but I don't know what for. So I'm going to play this stuff out. But this is me not really thinking it through. I just decided that I would play those rather than really having a plan long term on why yes or no. Other than that their board is getting wide and I don't want things to get out of hand on board width such that we just lose to a go wide attack. All right, that's a card. We haven't even seen that one yet. And we can invoke the winds. 5, 6, 7, 8. For as long as I control it, we can cast it. So we should probably do that. Maybe we can win from there. Play the 4/4, take their card stealer to steal a card from them, and then it's effectively a 3-for-1. Behold is the other choice. Behold doesn't get us there soon though, whereas this gets us there like next turn. But those are the two choices. So what do you think, gang? Behold does buy us some time. We play that next turn and they can't attack. We have 2 hourglasses, so we can think about this one. If we take the thief, what are we stealing and why? Steal Behold. Stealing Behold doesn't draw us 4. Oh, no, I see what you mean. Yeah. That chapter. All right, I'm with you. Let's try that. Ooh, you can even look at their library. Ooh, look at their Ooh. Ah, darn. I was trying not to use that last time out, but I did. Good thing it's in their library, right? I didn't even read it. I'll read Tameshi if they draw it and cast it. Because of course, their one final card was that. Of course. Well... yeah, there's our bounce, but what does it do for us now? Do we want to get the Kami back? Try to read... but I just don't want... we just can't die to the air. Is this... yeah, this is ours, and it does have the... it has ward on it, but we can pay the ward too. So let's pay 6 and get that out of the air. Mainly it's killing their big flyer, right? And hopefully turning it into our big flyer soon enough. Yeah, one problem at a time, I guess. Well, we can shrink it to 2, but that's still enough to kill us. So if we can't get up in the air, we're basically done for. So can we steal anything from them that matters? We could steal the synthesizer. Yeah, we can gain life. That gain life and shrink keeps us alive barely, right? So that's got to be the play. Yeah, they don't have removal, so we can't steal removal, but we can go behold and gain some life, and then we survive for one more turn to find an answer. We try anyway. If they get 1 power here, we don't, so we'll see. We'll see. Well, we got to kill this familiar, right? I'm surprised they unhooked those equips, because now I can kill... although, I mean, you could say, well, we need to deal with the Mechanaut or we're dead, but, I mean, the Mechanaut kills us if we let the familiar go back onto it. So, I think we kill the familiar. Or the sling. Yeah, one of the two. I guess the sling is easier. Yeah, sling is just dead if we block or don't block. So that, I guess, has to be the thing to kill. Scrying this does... doesn't look like that ninja helps us at all. So we gotta bin that, looking for answers. Hey, that'll do, that'll do. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can even... no attacks, but I'm going to play this. I don't even know what I'm getting yet. I got no hourglasses again. We'll take the Invoke this time. Try to steal the flyer. This and what's the other? What's technician? I don't know. Mainly flyer though. I'm surprised. What is this about? Do they think they're losing? Okay, well, what about this? This... This, and chump, trade. Then everything's blocked, right? Everything has to be blocked. Are we giving up anything we shouldn't? Could throw the octopus on something instead. You got a few seconds, Scott. Well, what? Oh, because of this. Sorry, I thought that was a planes. I seriously thought that was a planes, gang. And why is this? What is going on? All right. So, still need to figure out how to win this game. Not obvious to me that we're there. So we got to get this. We still got to get the Mechanaut, right? We can take their 7/7, but we don't want to lose to a Mechanaut. So we can chump endlessly on the ground, but flyer is scary. I think we got to take the flyer. Yeah, and don't hellbenticide. Excellent point there. So let's go Eater, hold land, throw this on Hacker. Then we can rummage away the island. That's what I'm going to do. We can move it back. Oh, if I rummage, vision dies. Well, I was going to die. Look, no worries. I got Oppo to use Wanderer's Intervention anyway. So let's throw this up here. Thank you, though, Natal. So I was thinking I would always have one card, but I suppose... Wait. But it's rummage, or it's loot. You draw and then discard. I don't think we would ever be... I don't think we would ever die. Right? Oh, other flyer? Well, we can have both of these flyers be reasonably... Anyway, this is fine. Call this good. Well, it wouldn't actually. It flips, it exiles this saga that has nothing on it. Well, we could still send this in and ninjutsu it back. I kind of like that. I like send. Oh, I should have put, you're right, I should have put it on the flyer since I'm going to bounce this back. So I'm missing 2 damage here. We'll see if that matters by the end of the game. Definitely should have moved this over and feel dumb that I didn't. Magic's hard, though. Makes you feel dumb a lot. I'm only going to send the 2. We're at 1 life. I'm going to be a little conservative here. But we do get to recast the unspeakable. Ooh, hello. Maybe do that. I was going to recast the unthinkable, but we can actually reset this automaton. Let's do that. Not the not the Mechanaut. I could reset our own Katos, but I just like getting rid of their big boy here. Although I could also replay the Infiltrator if I bounce this. Man, all sorts of this set, man. I don't know what to do any turn. On no turns do I know what to do. I'm gonna get rid of their big one. I don't know. I don't know. Play this and move a sword. Man, usually you're beholding and so happy that they can't attack you. Now we get to behold and make their blockers suck. That's incredible. We get a lifelink hit here, so I'm liking sending everything, actually. Be nice, Haj. Magic's hard. I don't know what you're Ryan and me about this time, but try streaming and get back to me, all right? Why do I refuse to play the Prowler pre-combat? Because I had a freaking plan for it this time, buddy. Check this out. And we'll go... Man, so many things we can do, even. I guess this one. Kill the 04. Gravelighter. Hacker. We'll take Hacker. Why didn't I play this pre-combat? Haj? How about win the game, Haj? Sorry, I'm being extra snotty to Haj just because I'm being sensitive about my sketchy play today. Haj is generally all over it. That did feel pretty good, despite my head nearly exploding. Okay, come on. Haj, you gotta at least say, okay, that time keeping it in hand made sense, Ryan. Good work. I see what you were thinking, and it really worked out well there. Right? That was intense, though. That's why we play Magic right there. Mainly, I'm being extra snotty at Haj because he gave me the Ryan ... when he was wrong. Normally, he gives me the Ryan eye roll ... when I'm just being completely stupid. But for once, I wasn't. All right, keeping this Modern Age is going to help with this island flood. I mean, they updated them. They might be still using some of mine, but certainly the loading screen tips have changed. Like, really glad we have the modern age now because we got 5 islands. I mean, we're heavily islanded on purpose because we have the rare 4 island card, but this is a little extreme. There we go. There was a Twitter thread about favorite individually pronounced words in songs, and one of my favorites is modern, as pronounced by Dennis DeYoung in Mr. Roboto. I am the modern man. Modern, yeah, modern is great. So is drawing Life of Toshiro Umezawa when your opponent has just played a 1 toughness critter. Let's get rid of another island. I was all set to play Umezawa here, but I'm happy to... I mean, there's an argument for even potentially waiting him to play another 1 toughness to try and pick off 2, but that's just greedy. Let's just get this thing dead. Too good. It is a what? It's a storyline appropriate for a classic rock concept album, you know? Too bad you can't. What I've wished is that you could make your Saga flip and then give it the Toshiro bump, but you don't get to do that. You got to pick your targets before the creature flips. So we are just going to have to gain life. Fourth land gives us Infiltrator Prowler. I'm not going to prowl without some value, though, so I'm actually just on use 1 less mana in Umezawa here. Yeah, also only 1 swamp. So you definitely want to do black each time, and Infiltrator doesn't do much without a 2nd swamp, so yeah, Umezawa here. You like hold removal, just pass with the completion up. I'd rather just play completion main phase next turn if that's correct. Yeah, I mean, we're really going to get on Dennis DeYoung about the storyline of Mr. Roboto when the most famous concept album of all time is about a deaf, dumb, and blind boy who's good at pinball? I don't know. Raise your hand if you learned what supple meant from Pinball Wizard. It's me. What's a supple wrist? All right, now I may prowl pre. Ah, that makes it. Let's see. I think they're gonna go ahead and ninjutsu, maybe kill Umezawa on just that one. Okay. Well, we killed one hacker, and their second hacker got him that value back. So I have a bluff attack. If I attack with Umezawa, they probably just snap block, because why wouldn't you in that case? But that means then Prowler doesn't do what I want it to do. I could Prowl now, and then we just get an Umezawa through. That's not very exciting. What's the... Oh, ninjutsu on Prosperous Thief is might be worth it, though. Yeah, or we could Prowl... Yeah, I'm not sure it's good either, but Treasure doesn't suck. We don't get the bonus on the Umezawa is the thing. Maybe it's fancy play, but it's doing something. I mean, I'm at least doing this. Whether we ninjutsu when they don't block remains to be seen. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't know, maybe this is just fancy play, but it's not nothing. We get Treasure. They attack with the breaker. We've got the eat block, so that would be suspicious. But also, if we can trade off circuit breaker or something, we could then grave lighter to get rid of that 3/4. That's no fair. That's not how that was supposed to go at all, Oppo. Not at all. 6 mana. We could tap down the Guardian, and Prowler has attacks. It doesn't have ninjutsu at this point. Maybe I'm just supposed to go... Yeah, Edict Ahead of the Aura, definitely, right? That makes some sense. We're going to give up our Prowler in that case. But yeah, we could just also do that's what I was thinking, Alexis. I was on Alexis's line, then I started to think about the Edict play. Oh, but we don't have 2 black. So if we want to do that, we have to give up our Treasure. I don't know if that's worth it. I'm going to start with the Umezawa, and then it's like, do we want to spend the Treasure or not? I think, well, with the reach, it doesn't really, although with the second black it would, but we don't have a second black. Right now, this doesn't threaten anything except being eaten by a 2/3. So... Yeah, too bad. This is... Yeah, we can't get a second black for our purposes there. So no attacks here. But it doesn't get in next turn unless we find a swamp. We use our Treasure. Now we have 1 swamp. Oh, sorry, sorry, my bad. I keep thinking this is black. My bad. So that does change it, and I will do it. But you see why I was thinking. When I was thinking it was black, it didn't make sense to me. But good attacks are good attacks. We'll take it. Wonder how I got that in my head. It's really been in my head that this is black, black. I don't know why. I think maybe it's even just the 2-2. Like +2/+2 has me thinking of 2 black. I don't know. But it would be great if we can... The threat of activation should give us ninjutsu on the Grave Lighter, which is exciting. Oh, they're going to block it. Okay. They must have something. Well, there you go. Suit up. Overperformer when it lands. These have always been a little too weak without the draw card, right? Make this 2 mana and give you a 5/5 and nobody's playing it. Make it 3 mana, give you a 4/5 and draw a card, and then it's imminently playable and actively good when you can squeeze it in. Has all the risks of combat tricks, though, and extra in that, boy, if you have your creature knocked out from under you while trying to resolve a suit up, you are an unhappy camper. So you are the one. I don't know, you can say that people don't respect tricks, or you can go tell me what 17 Land says about running running that 5/5 trick. I mean, it's not unplayable. I agree, it's not unplayable, but it wasn't good. I think it was just playable. Color shifted wild size is one way to look at it. I mean, it obviously depends on what you're pumping. Of course, if wild size is pumping a 7/7, not the case, but I hear you. It's a reasonable comparison for a large percentage of the cases. Well, I get that the data. Well, now I got to watch out here. Hold on, I'm almost houred out, and I'm chatting with chat too much. Okay, so we are crowded board here. If I play the Grave Lighter, we're just sacking something ourselves. I can play the Hacker. I think I play the Hacker, and then we have Completion up. Tricks are risky. Let's just call them risky. They're not bad. They're just inherently risky. And they force you to take on some risk if you cast them into open mana. So now this says modified can now attack. Am I supposed to complete that? Or do we just let him attack? I mean, who cares? I think we let him attack. Yeah, interesting. I like that line hammer. Let's do that. Should. I'll trade it for the Hacker. I agree, Alexis. I think you are right that 17 lands is not going to properly reflect optimized use of such cards, but I also think it is going to give you some sort of clue as to how they're doing. Because, I mean, yeah, it may be a little off, but it's not going to be wildly off. Behold seems fine here. Shrink them down. Draw it up. Yeah, I guess I could have swung Prowler. I'm being defensive for no reason there. Yeah, Magic's just being hard today, and I'm not going to sweat it too much. Other than talking about how hard Magic is. I've yet to trying to figure out how to get to one card for that, but it's tough. So now we probably want both of those. Although maybe we don't want the Moon Circuit. We definitely want this one though, right? But I don't think we need this one right now. I don't think the board is in a good spot for that. So we'll do this. Moon Snare Specialist is interesting. What's in their graveyard though? Maybe we just want to cast that Kami's Flare and kill something. It's just any card, right? Yeah. We'll do that eventually, but I'm going to start with... yeah, I'm going to do this. Take the Flare. I got to end the search just so I don't time out here. And then what do we want dead? Maybe the Reacher or probably just the other flyer. And get rid of this thing. Oh, okay, fine. No attacks. Try it this way. I can also wait. I guess we can just do it. This holds. So yeah, we can wait and cast in response as needed. Maybe I don't need to pay the life and tap down a blocker here. Yeah, I'll just do this. Although, actually, Octopus can even go on it, right? That's fine. All right, now we could play something here, but it means the vision becomes a 3/3 and can't block the swimmer. I'm going to be super patient and just hold. And keep a 4/4 flyer on our defensive team. Although this, I guess, says maybe that's scary, but we're at 20. So even if they bounce this to get in damage, we then replay vision, which seems great. Yeah, I'm cool with this. I don't think that's a good play for Oppo. I think they get one card out of it, I guess. Kami does replace itself in hand. That's a fair point. Helm is a bit scary, but yeah, let's behold. Let's start with the behold and actually look at attacks. Four, 4, and 3/1 can get in. We just have to make sure we're and Helm does not do anything. All right, so let's send in these. I guess they can offer a thief for Prowler, but I'm okay with that too. I should have thought of it. I was thinking them as all as 0, but they're not all at 0. Nonetheless, it's a trade. Oppo drawing 1,000,000 cards here this turn. This is kind of funny. But they gotta kill, as I say, they gotta kill their Sky Swimmer if they want to draw 1,000,000 cards. I would have to make a deck with 1,000,000 and like 40 cards just so I could cast it and not deck myself. Well, that Invoke seems like it should be helpful to us, right? Island less so. So, what do we want? We could take their helm. We could take their koi and make them re-equip their helm. That makes some sense. Just getting their flyer. And then do we want to do anything before we do that? Because we have 3 mana left over. Actually 4 if we wanted to use Toshiro. But I don't see anything else. That I'm going to start with this. I want to do this. And then... Oh, that's weird. It untapped. Does it say untap? Must say it on the card. Oh, yeah, untap it. There you go. Reading, fundamental, etc. Yeah, I'm going to pitch the land again. Throw this here, and then I believe we have a stable board for now. You can re-equip the ogre, which they should do. Most people know about that, but sometimes people forget that when creatures are stolen with equipment on it, that they can re-equip. I once made that I was designing puzzles for the puzzle mode in Duels of the Planeswalkers, the 2012 Duels of the Planeswalkers release, and or maybe it was the next one after that. Anyway, I made a puzzle that the solution was simple: re-equip. Your creature's just been stolen, and all you needed to do to win was re-equip like this. But so many people don't know that rule. I made it. I like making puzzles that explain weird magic rules once you understand the puzzle. I'm gonna block with Toshiro here. Yeah, interesting. What's this going on though? I'm just surprised they didn't put a battery on here to make this a tougher attack. But I'm gonna block here and see what they got. Shenmead, that puzzle makes itself. Just put some of those cards on the battlefield and say, make a legal magic play. Well, I like, it's their koi anyway. Let's hook up the eater and send it. Do we want to put anything on it? I could put the octopus on it first, and then I think they're probably on block it anyway. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm supposed to augment this or even like bounce the sniper. That seems bad. All right, I'm going to send this as is, nothing else. No, hold on, everything else. Interesting. Well, obviously we can't ninjutsu or they get their flyer back, so we're going to accept the damage here. And then specialist. Or maybe we can do the kami now. No, trigger is sack the creature, right? Oh, you're talking about... Yeah, I don't know how that works. But sacking something you... I guess you control it. You don't own it. I don't want to bounce the reach because it's removal. I mean, it doesn't hit anything we've got on board right now, but it seems a little odd to do that. I'm going to play the octopus because I need to do something here. You can take this action. Sure. And I think I'm going to play this. No, I don't want to play that yet. I'm going to do this. Ooh. I'm going to pitch the specialist because we can get it back. The kami. I think we hold that. Magic is so hard. I'm just feel like I'm making legal plays today. I'm doing stuff that's moving towards the goal, but boy, it's hard to parse the line past a couple of moves ahead. All right, well, kind of make some blocks here. What are we doing to block? I like actually Katos, make the trade, and then Kami gets this back. Mm-hmm. 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I was going to go Kami this turn, but now with this, I think we probably Prowler make something a real threat to attack, like the Octopus even. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You like ward up the Koi and attack. Sure, we could do that too. Make it 7. And then, yeah, that is pretty good. And just could even, yeah, Prowler of the Koi is the other exciting thing, but we could, if we make this a 6, Yeah, actually, let's just prowl the koi and get in. I like that. I'm going to do that. Because they already seem to be intending to block. But I don't see the need to put this on, given the intent to block anyway. I think casting the 2-drop gives us the forced block that kind of we're looking for anyway, and the result of it that we're looking for. Although maybe they just chump with their disruptor. Oh ho! All right, so I'm gonna Restless Shadows back our rare then. We got Flare to recast if we want. Suit up. Modern Moon Snare. Yeah, I'll trade Vision for that rather than let him get a card out of it. Besides that one, anyway. I think this is fine. Although maybe we just say, go ahead. Well, if we let them do this, they crack their hand and they get 3 fresh cards that might bail them out of this. So I'm going to just say block. Make that trade. Oh yeah, 4 cards. I wasn't really paying attention to that, but good observation, Gadan Moore. Maybe we just try to win with that. Yeah, it's true. So now I like hooking this up here, though. Are they dead? Oh yeah, the bounce. I forgot the bounce. Dirt. Oh man, we got to get to 7 wins quick so I can give my brain a rest today. Get back to watching dumb movies and sorting magic cards. My brain can handle that. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Crazy games today. All right, we can work with this. A different 2 besides the Prowler would be nice, but all we need here is some land to be in a decent position. All right, there's a different 2-drop. Let's see if they give us a 1 toughness to work with like a dream. Probably should have led it with Island, just in case anybody's thinking about that. All right, given that, I'm going to go ahead and drop the 3-1. Because maybe they follow with something that does get this, or at least we can attack with a 5-3 next turn. 5-3 likely to get through, I think. I mean, they could come up with a 3 power creature here, but likely that we're just going to be able to straight get through with that. If they do nothing and we draw a land, then we have to decide, you know, maybe we just want to play this instead. Yeah, see, now it's... and we exactly what I said comes to pass. And I think we will go ahead and just work our board here, play the island, attack, and drop Satoru. Yeah, it could be the crab, in which case they counter our rare, and that's okay. But I'm going to make them have it. Krabby Crabs. Essence Capture. Well, similar. Same basic thing for us. Countered. All right, now what are we doing this turn? Could bounce the glider, but they've got... Oh, they don't have the crew, so we could bounce the glider. It gets them rummaging, but they missed a land drop. I think that's fine. I think we should do this, bounce it, and go. It's going to be good for them to rummage or loot to try and find their land, because but getting their one creature off the board seems quite relevant, because now if they're going to commit their turn to the redeploying the Modern Age, they got no blockers unless they specifically find a land in a 2-drop. Which they might. Let's see. Indeed. However, it's a good 2-drop for us. They're going to be able to crew, so we don't get to attack this turn, but we get a dead Moon Circuit Hacker, which is fine. Whoa, they didn't crew. Oh, it's crew 3. Sorry, my bad. They couldn't. Never mind. I just looked too, and I thought it was crew 2. I'm so smart. SMRT.
I am too smart. I am too smart. SMRT. I mean SMART.
Nothing to do but extra power. And do it here. Now, what do we want to do with our 5? We got all these things to do with our 5. Probably Behold? No. What's in their graveyard? Maybe it's that. Thirst doesn't suck. I think, yeah, ninjutsuing the O2 would have been interesting, I suppose. Too late now. But yeah, I'm just like, they're at 6. We should just play this because it's big and we can steal whatever they try to block with. And then to that end, you just take the counter spell or the thirst. What do you want? Thirst or counter? Probably counter spell. Then how do they win? They have like a turn to figure this out. Yeah, second behold is good, right? It'll shrink down everything again, so they're not no longer lethal. Yeah, no stealing enchants. That's what I was definitely looking at. Yeah, we still get to attack for 5 points of damage. It won't all connect, but it's the life, you know. Oh, never mind. I was thinking we got another chapter on that, but we don't. So never mind. We can still bounce the glider though, and that gets 3 in. But yeah, we should probably just ninjutsu it. That's fair. I think we just, yeah, I think I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, wait, cancel. I was thinking that was unblocked, but of course it's not blocked. So if I do this, I can get 1, 2, it doesn't get extra damage. And then it lets us, I'm going to hold the protocol up, so never mind. I was thinking it was lethal, but if it's not lethal, we're just going to hold the counter. Well, holding a counterspell is not better than winning, but since it wasn't a win, we'll leave up the counter. Man, gang, I might have to pause this one. I've got I got a meeting at 2 that I need time to prepare for. I might have to pause this event for the day after this game here and get to 7 wins tomorrow with a nice, fresh fresh brain tomorrow. So we could counter that, but it doesn't do anything. So we set. Oh, I guess it does double. It does give 2 blockers, but that's still not enough. We attack through everything here, so we let this resolve. They got to play something that stops us from winning before I'm going to counter it. And right now we have, even with 2 blockers, we have 4 damage. How does it save him? Maybe I'm not reading right. I don't know. Okay, so now that represents 2 creatures, and we should counter it. All right. Didn't take the bait, and we got the game. I am so happy to be 5-1 with how my brain is functioning today. Maybe my brain is functioning as it normally does, and it's just this format with this deck. But this format plus this deck plus my brain equals, whoa, I'm reeling a bit. So, and with a minimum of 2 more games to go, and because that's the thing, like if this were the rubber match and it was going to resolve itself one way or another next game, I think I would keep playing Gang, but I don't think I'm going to have time to get to the end of this event today. So I think I'm going to say, hey, we're half hour over my usual quitting time anyway. I'm going to pause for now, and we will start the day tomorrow finishing this up, and then we'll draft again. Or not tomorrow, Friday. Friday's Gauntlet, so maybe I'll finish this up after Gauntlet. How about that? Is that all right? Post-Gauntlet, we get our final 2 wins with the ninjutsu deck. Oh, and see, I spelled it wrong. Look, I got to fix it. This shows you how much embedded is in my head that that's how we spell this word. It is not how it is spelled, Ryan. Wow. I mean, I was pretty sure of that. I can't remember now who pointed out. Was it who? One of our regulars pointed out that it's ninjutsu, not ninjitsu. And it was like a Berenstain Bears moment for me. Like, what? You're telling me it's been spelled like that for my whole life? Really? I don't think so. I think somebody has magically changed the ink on everything in the last 24 hours. That's clearly what happened. And to that end, Timber Trannel is our raid target. Is he all one word? Let's see if this works. Well, it's not a word that comes up in daily conversation, but I have been playing Magic since pre-Kamigawa. So I spent at least, and there's been other ninjutsu sets. So I have somehow managed to miss it on every ninjutsu set that's ever existed in Magic, which is like, what, 4 or 5 with the OG, the plane shift, or plane chase, and the Modern Horizons, and, you know, and now this one, right? So, wow. Rob's Oda meme. Excellent. Sweet, sweet channel points. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you Friday. Bye. Bye.